Hey everyone, Brad from Unwired View here. I am here to tell you about Sprint ID. Sprint ID is a new service that Sprint's come out with for some of their latest Android handsets. Rather clever little service that allows you to customize your Android to fit your specific lifestyle, your work, your interests, your hobbies, habits, whatever the case may be. There's going to be a lot of opportunities here when the service gets going full speed. Now, the nice thing about Sprint ID is it's open to developers. So any developers will be able to go in and set up their own ID. Okay, so let's go in and find out exactly what a Sprint ID is all about. Essentially, each ID is its own package of customized apps, ringtones, and wallpapers that are supposed to fit these specific niches, if you will. So right now I'm on Yahoo. That has a whole bunch of different Yahoo apps and services available. I'm going to go in and learn more about Socially Connected. The whole point of the Sprint ID is that you have different interests and lifestyles and different habits. And so you need to be able to switch from one ID to another to be able to accommodate all of those differences. So this one right here, the Socially Connected, is, as you can tell, certainly meant to be more for the social network. Facebook, Twitter, Gowalla is another option that you can get for these things. They're all right here. And as you can tell, this is all significantly different in terms of looks and the kinds of apps that you can see compared to what we had on the Yahoo ID. It only just takes a minute or two to get switched over to this particular ID. So it's really nice to have as an option. Now, when I go into the Sprint ID, you can have up to 6 different IDs available at one time. So certainly you can go through and remove certain IDs if you're not using them, and then you can go into Get New here. Okay, it says we may install up to 6. Yes, so this is the last one we can do. Alright. Now right now it's only been a couple weeks out for the service, so there's only 15 or 20 available to download. Not a whole lot, but we'll get the general idea of what you can do. Let's say you go into entertainment as an example. Well, it's going to give you a little idea of what kind of apps and things are going to be available for it. So let's see here. So it's got stuff like Rhapsody, Pandora, Guitar Hero. Okay, well that's cool. So I can just easily go in and install it. We're not going to do that right now, certainly, because it just takes a long time to actually load all this stuff in. There's a lot of apps, a lot of wallpapers, and ringtones that need to be loaded in. So it's going to take generally about 5 to 6 minutes. Definitely something to be prepared for when you go through for Sprint ID. So let's go back. We've got all that figured out. Now, the nice thing is we can actually go in, one step back, okay, we can go in and manage each ID that we already have. So let's say for the Socially Connected, there's some stuff in here that I just don't use. It's a whole bunch of crapware, bloatware, or whatever. And this could be the case with any ID. You're not going to use everything on it, so why be stuck with everything that came with it? Well, it's easy enough to just go in and manage. Alright, for the applications, okay, there's a few different ones that I can choose. I'm not a wiki guy, so I'm going to get rid of that. Wallpapers, come on. Well, in a perfect world, when I'm demoing this, that would actually work. So, we'll just pick out the wiki for now and hit remove, because that's still going to do what I want it to do. Continue on, and there we're rid of Wikimobile. No more. So awesome. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay. For me, I'm not necessarily sold on Sprint ID for myself, just certainly because I already know what kind of apps I want to get for my Android phone. I don't really have too much of a differing need or different habits to the extent of having to completely switch out IDs to accommodate that different preference. Rather, what I do is I just go through different home screen panels and have one set up for each preference. And that's easy enough for me. I can set up folders, whatever I want to do. I have other ways of organizing it. But that's not for everybody. Sprint ID, this certainly will help out quite a few people. Small biz might be nice because let's say you're brand new to this and you're like, okay, well I need to get my business set up and I need to get it running as efficiently as possible. Well, you go into Sprint ID. And this is going to give you at least some cool ideas on different apps and services that would be available for any small business owner. So we're just waiting. Usually takes a minute or two to load up. So looking at this, we see the date and time. I've got my calendar widget already set up, and all my email contacts and messages are just right there for easy access. And then we have a few other cool little additions. Salesforce, Intuit, even stuff for shipping. Just really really unique, but can definitely come in handy for the small business owner. So, but with the concept of the ID is, let's say Friday night, it's time to be getting away from your small business and going into, let's say you're going to be with some friends. Then, of course, at that point you want to go back into socially connected. So it comes in really handy in those kind of instances. So certainly give it a shot, try it out, see if it works out for you. If not, no harm done. My major concern is that the button for ID is still there whether you want it to be or not. So that's a little annoying. But certainly there's ways of getting around that by installing some third-party launchers. And these launchers would make it so you don't have to see that ID button anymore. So there are ways certainly around that. But for a full review on Sprint ID, go ahead and check out my article at unwiredview.com. Again, my name is Brad, and I appreciate you taking the time to learn more about Sprint ID with me. And so take a look at our review, and we'll see you again soon.